Let's bring in Texas DPS Lieutenant Chris Olivarez. This change that the Biden administration wants to put forward, do you think that that would help stem the flow?
Well, good morning, Dana. No. So this is a complete shell game. And what I mean by that is all it's going to do is create a much larger magnet for illegal immigrants to claim asylum at the ports of entry. Really what it is just to create a more orderly process and to refrain from the negative optics by having large groups come across between the ports of entry. But that does not take into account that this is going to be a more widespread abuse of the asylum process. The majority of these illegal immigrants that are coming across or seeking asylum for political or economic reasons, which are not justifiable asylum claims. So by using the CBP-1 app, that's by the means of having a legal pathway, they have to use the CBP-1 app. And by doing so, they're going to be allowed to enter the country as far as which would be considered illegal immigration, now would be legal. So again, it takes away from the bad optics, but again, it's not going to stop the flow of people coming across the border. It's just going to create a much larger magnet at a much larger scale, especially when Title 42 is ended.
You know, it's interesting to me that people who are very desperate, who have crossed the Darien Gap, who have made this trip, they all have the ability to have an app and that works. That's pretty amazing. The left is not happy with President Biden on this. Listen to Jane Bentrott. I'll read to you. She's at the Justice Action Center, and she's against what President Biden has done. And from the left, she says this, that it is in direct contravention of President Biden's campaign promises to reverse Trump's racist, xenophobic immigration policies and give all folks seeking safety a fair shot at asylum. You know, there's going to be some hearings taking place at the border, and you have more congressional delegations going down there. You can see some lines being drawn between the left and the right on this. But in your experiences, and I know you joined a roundtable discussion about this in the state with the governor, do you get a feeling that there might be some way for the left and the right to at least understand what the facts are on the ground to try to get something done legislatively?
Well, I mean, we're very hopeful for that. I mean, we've been taking on this problem since March of 2021. So we're very hopeful that there could be some type of agreements between both parties. I mean, there's something that needs to be done, not just in terms of the mass migration that we're seeing, but also take into account the amount of drugs that are coming across our border, fentanyl, and also the gotaways. Something needs to be done. There needs to be some action put in place. And that's what the governor was talking about yesterday at the roundtable. He has made it his priority to secure the border and to protect Texans, but by using whatever means possible within his legal authority, by using every tool and resource that we have at our disposal to try to stop the flow of people coming across, but focus more on the criminals, the drugs, the fentanyl, the gotaways, the criminals, those that are on the suspected terror watch list. That's what we need to focus on. But again, something needs to be done. There needs to be some agreements. All these visits to the border, there needs to be something as far as we can all agree on and try to put something in place so we can help slow this problem and actually put an end to this, because again, it's not slowing down. And when we compare the numbers from January and to December of last year, that's not a fair comparison. But if you look into the numbers from last fiscal year of 21 and 22, the same time in January, this fiscal year is much higher. So we expect to see those numbers rise, especially going into March and the summer. So again, something needs to be done. There needs to be some action put in place. Yeah. The governor is doing as much as he can to try to put whatever rules and policies he can within his legal authority. But again, it's going to require much more than that.
We've had 1.3 million known gotaways since the fiscal year of 2021. And we know about those. That doesn't count the ones that we don't.
Right.
Olivarez, thank you. Exactly. Good to see you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.